Welcome back to our quick daily update. We are going to take a look at what is going on. We're just on the TradingView app, just taking a look at what, some price action, seeing what's going on in the market. We'll just go over the obvious ones today, and then we'll take a look at a few little news articles explaining what's going on in the world right now. Bitcoin, you may be shocked to see that the price hit the level that we expected it to go to. I marked out the 62,500 level in the last video. Go into my Bitcoin's account and watch the last video. Is only 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And if you have time, go back and watch the market-wide panic video as well for more analysis on where we're going over the course of the next several months. But we talked about Bitcoin going to 62,500 as the next bounce level. What we'll do from here, it's not known yet. We could bounce back to 65K. We could bounce to 67K. We could bounce to 70K before we see a market, another market drop or consolidation going into our first week of October target. We also have, it's also mentioned in the video, the next level that we will most likely go to. If we go lower, go check the video out. We also have the S&P 500 saw a nice little drop earlier today. The Korean stock market is beating everybody down. Today, we have a nice little recovery bounce from 7,400. We hit 7,500 and came back down to 7,400. And now we're floating right in between that. What we see a little bit higher, we're in a parabolic advance right now. So in S&P 500, so we could see a counter trend bounce here between now and the next few weeks to go up a little bit further. Or the Korean stock market will continue to beat everybody down. It'll be hard for new money to come in or rotating money to come in and push the price of the S&P 500 back up. But we're in a parabolic advance, so it's going to be difficult to hold it down for very long. Zcash, it's just hovering around, making lower highs, and I don't think it's going to be any different than where Ethereum is going right now. Silver, we're still waiting for a significant bounce. Buying down here at these levels, not a bad idea. I do not think we go any lower than $49 when we get there. So buying silver, physical silver here or starting along here, not a bad idea. If you're leverage longing, try to get your leverage position down to, sub $25 just to play it safe. SpaceX, I'm still long in this position, waiting for a strong enough bounce going into it's August 4th, I believe, that the quarterly report is coming up. Hopefully we see a bounce into that, but we're also waiting for the stock unlock, the shares unlock on August 11th. We want to see a significant bounce into that. SpaceX is attempting to unlock the 10% share allocation to long-time holders, to long-time holders, to give them kind of a bonus, and a lot of people are hoping for that to happen. That's what I'm playing off of, and that has to happen before August 11th. We have STRC. STRC is doing well as we expected. Take it back, and you just see we're accumulating here in this level, and I believe we're going to just keep pushing higher while the I believe a lot of the competing volume from all the other major funds that were in STRC, I believe their money is out, and now you're going to have a natural bounce where we hit $71, I believe, and we are back up to 89. I was calling for everybody to buy those lower levels and wait for the price to bounce, and here we are. We hit $90 this morning, and I believe we do trend up a little bit higher going into the next month. There are payouts that STRC has been paying twice a month now, so it is less likely that people will take their earned APYs out because of the double payment a month. Yes, we could see a small little dip for people taking their money out at the end of the day, but overall the trend is up, in my opinion, especially while the rest of the world, while the stock market is in a confusing state. We have a lot of pressure from the Korean and Japanese markets on the rest of the world. So you want to put your money into something that will give you a yield during that time. Nvidia, obviously the biggest player in the market, it's been struggling sideways for the past few weeks. That's the past week at least. You have lower highs building up here as well. Nvidia is continued to be in a parabolic trend. It does look like it's losing some steam. shorting this at the end of the year will be glorious while we see the AI. I won't call it a bubble necessarily. While we see trillions of dollars be removed from the AI market, just another natural readjustment and recalibration of the expectations of AI in the world market. When the rest of the stock market comes down, Nvidia is the first tallest tower that needs to come down as well. So we're going to be hunting for a nice short in Nvidia as well once they run out of money and help in that sense. DXY, it's retesting again. We're going to do we're looking at the 1 year where it's retesting 100 again. Can we retest 97, 98? Sure. But the US dollar will need to find its strength here to go up further while stocks are struggling. We could see a nice move up going into August while stocks are expected to take a dip in August. Ethereum, Solana, BNB, Litecoin, all more the same XRP. They're following Bitcoin. Nothing to see there. POED and ALMU, the bonus stocks that I mentioned, the optical components for AI server farms. They're going to struggle as well. ALMU is doing well right now. POED is trying to hold $7, but we've talked about that in the last video as well. MSTR, we talked about that in the last video as well. Go check that out today. It's down $5. We look at the daily and it's bounced along with the rest of the market when it hit sub $90. Tesla bouncing as well. I believe Tesla is going to make a lower high and then come back down. It does have a gap to fill back at $372. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to fill it back up right away, but nonetheless, it hit $300 psychological mark and is bouncing back up. I believe, again, overall, it's going to make a lower high, even if it does come back to that level. Don't believe it will. I do believe we see $275 before long, before it sees a significant bounce. The uranium ETF, it's always a good idea to just jump into that, hold it. This is going to be a long-term hold. We're talking 5 to 10 years before the uranium market as a whole becomes a multi-trillion dollar industry as we lead more into using, as the world governments, corporations, especially the AI corporations, lead us into basically a nuclear renaissance for energy. And that's pretty much it. We're going to leave it at that with stocks, but we go into Twitter. Two things that have happened today. We hit U.S. national debt tops $40 trillion for the first time. Well, what's going to happen with that? How we're not ever going to pay that down. But will the U.S. ever have a responsible fiscal policy to pay into the debt at least and keep that debt rolling, get back into AAA debt? We don't know, but that's something that happened today. And then South Korea's stock market, as we talked about, plunges 40% in the last 40 days, wiping out $2 trillion. And we had the Kospi, this KOSPI stock collapsing over the last few days, and you also had SKHX that is collapsing as well. And if you like rage prawn, then you can watch a lot of Koreans who are from what I've seen, a lot of them are a lot of the streaming gamblers online. If you want to watch that type of stuff, there's a bunch of posts for that, and they're raging out, breaking their $1,200 screens and stuff over their gambling. You can watch that stuff here and go in there in Twitters. I'm sure there's a few of them. But yeah, we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. It's a 10-minute video, 11-minute video. We're going to get back to you this weekend with a comprehensive video and more information on the line scanner. And we're going to take a look at some gaming tokens as well. As I promised, I didn't forget about that. And we're going to even jump back into, we're going to find a crypto game that is worth investing in and actually playing. So we'll get back to you with that. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.